everyone, this is Melody with the From God to Your Belly Facebook group, and I thought I'd pop in today and extend a personal invite to the challenge I'm having starting on Monday. I've been putting posts advertising that, and I want to encourage you to join, and here's my reason why. Ever drove somewhere? Hey, Jacqueline. Ever drove somewhere and when you got there, you're wondering, like, how did you get there? You don't remember making the turns or going down the street. You were so lost in your thought that you got from point A to point B without even consciously being aware of how you got there. That's called unconscious competence, which is a good thing because you can do it with your eyes closed, but bad because you're not being present and you're kind of lost in your head. I'm going to share with you some stories that I came across just in my day-to-day, and they're examples of how you can get so lost in your thoughts that you don't even know why you're doing what you're doing. So the first story, and I'm going to withhold the names to protect the innocent, so on and so forth. The point of it is just the story so that you can get where I'm coming from and how the challenge is going to benefit you. So there was a former employee, cute little girl, barely 5 feet, just turned 20. And she would see the lunches that I'm bringing to work, just, vegetables and salads and veggie lasagnas and things like that, and she's like, how do you make these things? They look so healthy, they smell so good, and I'm having stomach issues. I ordered food, I think it was from Papa John, and she had to leave the front desk and literally run to the bathroom and barely made it. She was so embarrassed, and I told her, don't be, I'm not judging you, and here's what I do. And I said, are you on Instagram? Follow me. I'm at From God to Your Belly. I have all the recipes there. I have the stuff on YouTube. And she's like, I don't have my Instagram anymore because my boyfriend made me get rid of it. I'm like, he made you, but that's your Instagram. Why? How is somebody making you? And then she explained that he has been physically abusive and he physically forced her to delete her Instagram account. So she said, don't worry, I'm not seeing him anymore. I'm living with my friend, we share an apartment, so on and so forth, we're good. The following week, something else happened, and she's like, I want to get my Instagram account again, but I don't have my phone because my boyfriend has it. I'm like, why would your boyfriend have your phone? Doesn't he have his own phone? Well, he took it from me. He doesn't want me online because he's afraid that other people will see me and all that stuff. And I moved out from my friend's house. I'm like, what boyfriend are we talking about? Turns out it's the same guy that's been abusing her. She's now decided to go live with him. And I looked at this poor girl's face. She was embarrassed, and I'm like, I didn't want to put the WTF expression on my face. So I'm like, okay, I don't think that's a good environment for you. You should really try to do something different. She said, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm saving some money and I'm going to get a second job. But he's okay. He's just, he's bipolar. And I said, please don't make any excuses for him. If he's hitting you, that's just not good. The end, period. Well, he doesn't do it all the time. So I said, okay, does he do it in front of his family? No, he only does it when we're in private. So I said, hi, Mom. He's not bipolar. He's an abusive a-hole. So he, at times, would hide her phone, hide her purse, so that she wouldn't come to work or she wouldn't come to work on time. And she eventually lost her job. So she came in to get her last paycheck, and he happened to be the one to drop her. And she was doing the exit interview, filling out the forms, turning in her badge and her uniform and whatever company stuff she had that she needed to turn in before she could get her last paycheck. And he kept on calling her on the phone, calling her. And then she's like, she had to cut the interview short and run downstairs. When she got downstairs, he made her climb through the car window. She is barely 5 feet, and she happens to be morbidly obese for her size. That's why she was kind of interested in the lunches I was eating. But he forced her to climb through the car window in the parking lot of the hotel with people around. I'm like, what would make a woman do that? What is he saying to her? What is she saying to herself that would make it okay for her to follow his instructions? And I couldn't figure it out. I could not figure it out. But it's all in her head. What is the conversation she's having with herself? Does she think she deserves that, or she doesn't deserve any better? That's why she put up with that. And it was the staff at the front desk who told me he just made her climb through the window, and they said they've known all along what he was doing to her, and they threatened to call the police, and she would protect him. And I can't understand that. This wind is blowing so much. So it all stems with what she thought of herself, what she thought she was worth, and what she thought was okay to accept based on all the languaging, all the information she's gotten from childhood to adulthood to make it seem like that behavior was okay, and that making that excuse for him was okay. Another example I have is there's a guest who came in on Friday, and he moved from one hotel to another because the rate that they were offering for him to extend was too much, and he wanted to get something lower. So he went on to, I think it was like Priceline.com, and he didn't fully check out. He just saw the rate and just came over to my hotel. And I told him, this is what our rates are. And he was about to hit save or book on Priceline, and then the rate changed. And he was so mad. And I said, hotels, they increase their rate based on the occupancy. And he's like, well, I'm a big complainer. And I am going to call their corporate. I'm going to do all these things. And he said, in fact, when I get back to New York, which is where he was from, I have 3 hours worth of complaint letters, complaint emails to send out. He has made a career. He's maybe in his 70s, and he got trapped down here because of the snowstorm in New York. But he has made his life career to be a complainer, and he's proud of it. So what has been going on in his life to make him feel like in order to be noticed, he has to behave in this particular way? And it's from childhood. Maybe he didn't feel seen, understood, or heard, and then he figured when he complained or acted a certain way, then he got the attention. So it just escalated through his life, and then here he is in his late 60s, 70s, and he has made that a part of his life practice, which is just pretty sad. Third example, on Monday, officer came to the hotel, and he's like, have you seen this guy? I said, no, I haven't. He says, he's been sex trafficking this young girl, and this is what she looks like. Did you see her? And the girl looks maybe early 20s to me, but the officer said she was a teenager, so she really lived a hard life. And there's pictures of her in our hotel room in all kinds of positions that she posted online. And I said to the officer, if she's in the room and he's downstairs while the customers are going up, why isn't she screaming and asking for help so that the people in the next room the room next door could, help her, or why didn't she call the front desk for us to call the police? And the officer says they're not going to do that because the guy has gotten into her head and made her believe that she's not going to be better off without him, and that he's the only one who loves her, and what he's doing to her and for her is the best in the world, and the only way to continue is if she does what he says, which is to prostitute herself. And I looked at the guy, and he doesn't look like a criminal. No crazy tattoos, no sagging clothes. He looked professional. He just looked like a regular guy. And the officer was saying, yep, that's the trick. They don't want to bring attention to themselves. And they've mastered the art of the conversations they have with the young girls that they traffic. And I'm like, gosh, how didn't we at the hotel recognize that? We did the training. I did the training. But there was nothing about this person that made him look like he would do that to somebody. What's going on in his mind, why he thought that it was okay to do that to young, in essence, children. What's going on in her mind to make her believe that what he's telling her is the truth, and what he's doing to her is the best that she deserves. The mind is so powerful, so powerful. 1 minute you're cutting an onion in your kitchen and there's, it's burning your eyes and you're thinking about it. The next minute there's the onion apocalypse. And you don't even realize when your mind goes from cutting the onion to world domination by an onion. So the challenge coming up this week is going to break down what happens in your mind, how to be aware of it, and how to change your thought process once you're aware of it. And it's a practice. It's not going to happen in 7 days where you're going to just automatically stop going off in your mind, worrying about what happened in the past, thinking negatively about yourself, thinking you're not worthy. It's a practice. The challenge is going to give you some actionable tips on how to catch yourself when your mind is going off in a particular direction, and what to physically do the moment you realize that, to stop the train wreck of where your thoughts is going. How to live in the present, enjoy life as it is, enjoy being outdoors, eating healthy, thinking healthy, encouraging each other. That's what the challenge is about. It starts tomorrow morning and ends on Valentine's Day. It's all about self-love, getting out of your mind, and getting into the joy of living. Mom, sign up. Jacqueline, sign up. I'll be posting daily lives, quotes, information that's helpful, checklists, whatever you need. We'll answer questions. Everyone will be posting pictures of what they're doing for the day's challenge. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be enlightening. It's going to be encouraging. So if you know someone who could benefit from this to make a change in their life, live a happier life now as things are now, and make the change if they're not happy, share this challenge with them. Share the daily posts with them. Encourage them to join the group so they can get this information. And we'll get through this together, because for me, it's a practice. It's not like I'm not perfect. My mind goes off. Like most evenings when I leave work, I don't even know how I got from Miami to Miramar without just like consciously noticing the road and the signs. I just automatically go, and I'm lost in thought all the way, thinking of 5 million things: work, business, kids, everything. We all do it, but these tips are gonna help you, and we're gonna get through this together. Any questions, any of you? See you tomorrow. I'll be doing a live in the morning and then post throughout the day. All right? God bless you. Join the challenge.